And welcome back to In the Can, Day 2 of the Sundance Film Festival. And we have a very large group with us, a very esteemed group. One of the films that's getting a lot of buzz is called Passing Strange. We have director Spike Lee with us, along with a host of actors, Deidre Aziza, Rebecca Jones, Chad Goodridge. Welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
And from what I understand, this is actually kind of, I always kind of joke about the fact that people from New York, they come here and it's like freezing, but apparently you got out of the cold.
Yes.
It's nice.
Yes.
It's like summertime.
It's like no degrees over there. So
No degrees.
The wind is what really makes the difference, because it's not as windy, at least not this morning, and it's
Welcome
sunny.
to the tropics. Yeah, it only gets worse from here. Yeah, it feels like it. Well, this is a film that's, like I said, it's got a lot of attention because it's very unique in its approach. And I want to kind of talk about Passing Strange, the musical, very quickly too, because this isn't just, Spike, a filming of a musical. This is kind of a different approach. Now, the musical, you guys have been working together for quite a long time, haven't you?
Yeah, definitely.
How long?
Almost 3 years.
Started like 3 years, and then it's gone through different casting variations. But it actually started at the Sundance Lab.
That's right. It was worked as a lab in 2004, 2005, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
All right. So you've been doing it for a while.
Yes.
And then this guy comes in.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I knew you were a fan. What was it that drew you to the musical in the first place?
Well, I saw it off Broadway at the Public Theater, and I liked it, and went uptown when it was on Broadway, and I got approached by Steve Klein, the producer, to possibly document it, because so often with theater, you know, when the show goes down, that's it. And there's no record of it.
So the show did go down in July, was that right?
Yeah, the end of July.
And you got the opportunity to actually not only film the musical, but in the last days of it.
We filmed the last 3 performances.
Okay.
And then the next day we filmed the whole show again, without the audience.
Let's talk about the musical in and of itself. I know it's kind of a director and writer stew. It's kind of almost autobiographical a little bit, about growing up in the 70s, about finding yourself, about traveling, about having to maybe lose yourself in order to find yourself.
Exactly,
Tell us a little bit about the story, Spike. What was it?
I'm late.
Tell the story.
I came late. I mean, they were in it from the get-go, so I think they could better answer that question.
Yeah, we got the voyeur here. We'll let you guys tell the story. Chad, what?
Well, it's basically an African-American male's journey to find himself through sex, drugs, rock and roll, and he travels to Europe, Amsterdam, Berlin, and all the people that he meets. Finding himself through love, relationships, he meets some lovely ladies along the way.
Yow.
And the music is a huge part of it, you know, and it's not a traditional musical. When people think of musicals, it's not that. Because Stu and Heidi, as musicians, they're very, very dynamic and smart artists, you know, and they weren't interested in creating what people look for typically in musicals. And we found an audience of people that really enjoyed that. You know.
Yeah.
It's interesting, in traditional musicals, music is used basically to, you know, further the story. In this case, it looked like the music was actually focused as a character.
Yeah.
Yes,
In a lot of the ways. And it's a Tony Award-winning music.
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, it's fantastic music set in the 70s. But, you know, Berlin, Amsterdam, the 1970s.
Yes.
I mean, what better place, what better time to find yourself, right? So you...
Yes.
you happen along the way. What was your experience with not only being in the musical, but being part of this amazing story?
I mean, it's been an amazing blessing. You know, it started here, and Stu will tell you, he's like, I don't know how to write musicals. I was just, you know, doing my cabaret shows at Joe's Pub, and they said, why don't you turn this into something bigger? You know, and with every incarnation, we learn so much more, we experience so much more. I mean, there were times in Broadway where we were like, oh, I never knew what that line meant until now. You know what I mean? It's just, it's every single line that's written between Stu, Heidi, and Annie Dorson is just so rich and so full of material. And you know, then to have Spike come and, you know, bless us with the opportunity to put it on film, and many different dignitaries and people who came to see it, actors we admire. You know, we got a lot of critical acclaim. It wasn't the big, huge commercial Broadway show, but a lot of critical acclaim, and we got a lot of love.
Yeah,
and it was a really great journey and experience.
And in terms of our actual process, for us actors, it was like nothing else. And I don't know about you guys, but I feel like I changed my process as an actor for everything that I've done since then, because of the fact that Stu and Heidi and and Annie, our director on for the theater show as well, everybody was really loose about whose roles were what, and about like how the actor should be, and you know, how we should approach the material. It was never like the script is the Bible, and you have to, you know, like,
you had a ton
to be
of
a
freedom.
vessel for that.
A ton of freedom for interpretation. It was just, as an actor, it was so freeing. It was like, you know, you just sit back and just do you. And that's exactly how, you know, Spike filmed it too. He was like, we're just going to capture it. Just do what you do. You know, there was no like coming in and changing anything. He was just the way you've been doing it. Well, you know, like camera shots and certain things like that. Adding a prop that wasn't there. Different things like that.
Well, that kind of lends to your style too, Spike. I mean, you're
we just could. I mean, it was just a matter of setting up cameras and shooting, and they don't need me. So we had to try to find the right balance and respect Annie's great direction of the play. And she's one of the creators of it too. So she was from you know, there from the beginning. So we had to navigate, you know, very carefully, you know, well, we got to leave that there, but some things we got to change because it just had to be more than just actors doing the show again. We're adding cameras, which adds a whole nother, a whole nother thing to it.
A whole lot of stuff you added to this. Let's take a look real quick. We've got a clip. Let's take a look at it. Passing Strange.
He had a crazy mixed up flight. He wasn't thinking about that. You know, the bed was kind of harder. Prison cot, come yoga mat, 10,000 paintings everywhere. She was kind of an acrobat. Oh, you were lucky to find a chair, the sweetest dump in which she'd sat. She had nude photos everywhere, from Freaky Deaky to plain arty. Some of her girlfriends showered there. As you can see, Amsterdam's a party. I appreciate this more than you could ever know. I promise I won't break a thing.
Oh, don't promise, you never know. My place ain't all that wonderful, but I hope you find it comfortable. So please, take my keys. The faucet's leak, the cupboard's bare, my underwear.
I just it did such a great job of capturing the simplicity of the art there. But again, we were talking about this before we came on. You didn't simply point a camera at the musical and go. There's a lot of other things involved. There was some backstage stuff. You definitely put some more dimension into just the story itself.
We have like a quick minute montage of the actors during intermission, you know, showing what they do, getting prepared to come out for the second act. But we just really try to. It's not necessarily a film. It's not necessarily a theater piece. So trying to find. I want to try to find a word besides hybrid. I haven't found it yet.
Convergence, marriage. We can go through all the synonyms.
Something like that.
Yeah. Well, it looks like it's going to be a big hit. There's already a lot of people very interested. It premieres today at 2:30.
Yep.
Which theater is it going to be on?
We're
going to show it here in studio.
The theater, the premiering theater.
Check your local film.
Yes.
Passing Strange.
There are 5 other screenings.
That's right. We have screenings throughout the festival as well. Spike Lee with us, as well as Rebecca Jones, Chad Goodridge, and Deidre Aziza. Thanks for coming in.
Thank
Good
you.
luck here at the festival. We'll be right back after this.
All right.